I actually build a relationship with my clients because I had somebody that was in a homeless shelter. They got foreclosed. They lost their property. They're in a shelter. And I have all these Airbnbs. I said, come stay in the Airbnb.
What?
Yeah, come stay in this Airbnb, sign this document. Yeah.
That is so dope.
Yeah, I mean, having assets is going to help you in ways you never thought.
So you let them stay in your Airbnb until the process was finished?
Yes, but I upped the percentage for that. Yeah, because I needed to make sense. If it don't make money, it don't make sense.
What the name of this show?
I Talk Great.
I Talk Great.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams, I Talk Great. And we're here with the Juggernaut. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Man, I'm glad to have you in the building, man. But before we go, I don't think I introduced you good enough. We're here with a licensed financial advisor, serial entrepreneur, multiple properties on Airbnb, foreclosure company and educator, author, Eric Richardson.
Yes. Thank you, man. Yeah, so I'm
How you doing,
that, man. I'm doing great, man. Also known as the money making juggernaut. If anybody see me out there on YouTube, that's probably what I'm pretty known for right now.
I see, man. I was doing my due diligence, man. You doing your thing out there.
Yeah,
I saw a post you put up the other day. You making $100K a day?
No, that's a month.
Oh, sorry. A month?
Yeah, if it was $100K a day,
I wouldn't even be here.
Exactly. Yeah, per month, man. Broke it down and gave the receipts, man, because you know I'm all about multiple streams of income. So, you know, Mr. 15 Streams, that's another nickname. It's always about doing more. That's why my book is called that, The Power of Doing More.
Okay.
And that video, as you saw, I broke it down with receipts and just giving motivation. Yeah, for people to know that it's out there. You can achieve it for sure.
Okay. But give us a overview of who you was before all of this.
Yeah. Well, man, but I mean, before I went on my journey with serial entrepreneurship,
yes,
I was a average guy. You know, I played basketball in college. I went overseas. Okay. I went that route. And then I realized that, hey, you know, you need the correct financial vehicle to get you to your destination. And playing ball overseas and everything, I'm not in the NBA. You know, the money wasn't what I needed to actually have the life that I really want. So, you know, after that, I really buckled down and started generating all those streams of income.
Okay. So you said you was playing ball overseas.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think stops a person from going to that next level? Like, what made you not go to that next route, like NBA route?
I mean, it's hard to make it to the NBA. It's really hard. I'm pretty good at basketball, but like to be in the NBA, you have to be, you know, really like that to get in. So, you know, but it's good because, I mean, a percentage of players even make it to college. An even smaller percentage make it overseas. So I played in Finland and also played in Spain. So I just really wanted to achieve that. But after I got it, I realized that, you know, this wasn't really my dream. Like I've always been, you know, very creative, always wanting to start my own businesses, get into real estate, do all that. So once I achieved that goal, I was like, okay, you know what? I got to do more than this. Like this doesn't feel fulfilling to me. It was cool and all, but it wasn't my calling. It didn't feel like that, you know?
All right. No, I understand that. Sometimes you got to go in it. You got to live out that desire in order to know that there's something else for you.
Exactly.
What was your upbringing like, though?
Just hard work, man, to be honest. Always working. I mean, I got my first job when I was like 15. So,
really?
Yeah, just always working.
What was your first job?
Man, I worked at Polo Tropical.
Word?
It was funny because they thought I was Spanish. That's why they hired me. And then once they found out that I didn't know habla español, I got fired. So it was crazy. But yeah.
You said, they hired me because they thought I was Spanish.
Exactly.
Okay, so what's your background, though?
Yeah, I'm black and white. Yeah.
Okay. You kind of look like Curry a little bit.
Yeah.
You hear that?
So Steph Blurry. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you played overseas, right? Then you transitioned from playing ball to financial advisor?
So I actually did a lot. When I played overseas, I had so much free time. Like, think about it. You're no longer in school.
Yeah.
So it's just practicing games.
Yeah.
So I call it in the lab. I'm researching everything. I'm wanting to get into real estate. I'm trying anything and everything. Then what really I had success was Airbnb and surplus funds. I tried wholesaling for a little bit.
Okay.
You know, I was even thinking about being a real estate agent. But when I launched my first Airbnb and I started seeing the numbers, I was like, okay, this is something serious. Then the surplus funds business, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good. Like this is my calling. I know this.
Okay.
Yep.
But I also saw you said you was a millionaire by 26.
Yeah, last year. Yep. Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen?
Man, by generating a whole bunch of streams of income, like just everything was just compounding. I was blessed enough when I got the financial advising job to work under a absolute killer in the financial advising industry, like somebody that's super successful, took me under the wing, and I realized like how to sell, how to do stuff, start getting a whole bunch of commissions. So then I start using that, buying more properties, assets, boom, 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 closing deals, teaching people, helping them close deals, you know, building a brand, presence, all of that. And it was just a compound effect, just constantly moving forward, always.
Okay.
Never settling.
Never settling. Now, we ain't never settling.
Yeah.
So what habits do you think led to that status though?
I mean, just honestly, it sounds like just a normal answer.
Yeah.
Really blurring out distractions. Like honestly, during COVID actually changed my life. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. During COVID, that's when I really buckled down.
Okay.
And I was forced to just work, like just constantly produce stuff. So, you know, we can get into this in a little bit about surplus funds for those who don't know about it.
Yeah,
but during COVID, that's when I came out with the training for it, because I was just doing it, having success. And then like the online education, I start seeing, I'm like, okay, I even saw other guys out there that's teaching the business. And I'm like, man, I have so much other game and more relatable. I can come out with my own program.
Yeah.
And during COVID, I just locked in, got that going, and then really dedicated myself to my students. They start getting massive success. And then, you know, it just started buzzing. My YouTube started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, now it's not that big, but it's at, you know, 15,500, which is a decent following, you know, hope. And to be in a unique niche like that, literally nobody knows about.
No, facts.
It's like, you know, people are picking up on this topic, you know?
Yeah. No, so go ahead and explain the surplus. Am I saying it right? Surplus deals or surplus funding?
Funds. Yeah. So, I mean, there's many names for it. Surplus funds, excess proceeds, tax deed, overbid, overage, mortgage overage. Basically what it is, and in event of a foreclosure, whether you don't pay your taxes or you don't pay your mortgage, you owe somebody some money.
Okay.
You know, you can't just own a house, don't pay your taxes, and then you're good. The county's going to want that property because they need their taxes.
Yeah.
So when they have the foreclosure, the opening bid is going to be either the taxes that you owed or the mortgage that you owe. Now, these properties have value. So let's say you own a property and you didn't pay your property taxes for like a few years and your back taxes are like $10,000. The county is going to start the auction at $10,000 because they just need their taxes back. Property has value. Let's say the house is worth $100,000.
Yeah.
All right. And it sells for that. That difference, owed $10,000, sold for $100,000, $90,000 is known as the surplus fund or excess proceeds. Different counties and jurisdictions refer to it as something different.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much just the remaining profit. And this is rightfully due to the previous owner and their heirs, any lien holders as well. But this is all public information. So
really,
yeah, this is public information. You know, I even have a guide that gives all the state statutes. Like this is legal. Like this money is legally entitled to the previous owner, but they don't know about it. And it's crazy because the county, when the auction occurs, they're gonna send notices before they foreclose.
Yeah.
But most likely you're probably in the unit or maybe not. So you're getting that. But once you get evicted, you're not getting that mail anymore.
That information,
And all they do is work with what they got. The county, if they don't have your new current address or your new phone number or your new email, they're not wasting their time to contact you. So the money is just sitting there. And this is all public information. You guys can find this information just putting in on Google, surplus funds list, excess proceeds list. And you'll see multiple counties have a list of people, show their name, it'll show the parcel ID, it'll show the address, how much money they're owed, the date of the foreclosure. So that literally all the information is there. Now you just got to connect the dots. You got to find the previous owner, communicate with them. So what we do is we reach out to them and then we explain to them what happened, everything. Of course, we have to do it in a certain way. It sounds crazy. And then we get a commission for it, typically between 15 to 30%, helping them out. And it doesn't require, it takes like 3-4 hours of paperwork. It's quick.
Okay, yo, you done said a handful. How did you get introduced to this?
Yeah, so I told you back in overseas, I had a whole bunch of time. So
you just surfing the net.
Surfing the net. That's what makes me mad when I don't see some people that are just like, I don't know what to do. Like, just hop on the internet. You're gonna find some stuff. So I watched a webinar on it. Me and my stepfather, we actually worked on it for a little bit.
Okay.
And there was a guy, he just presented it. And then after the video, we were just talking. We're like, man, this is crazy. Probably similar to what you did once you saw about it. I'm like, like, this is real? Go on Google. I see the list. I see everything.
Mm-hmm.
The county that I got my first deal in, Collier County in Naples,
okay,
they tell you everything you need to do. They give you the claim instructions. They give you the claim form. They tell you what documents they need, and they give you the documents. So now all you have to do is find the person. Everybody knows how to skip trace.
You get the claim forms and all of that from the county?
Yeah, they have it on the county site.
How much you got to come out of your pocket for that, though?
Zero. It's free. It's
zero?
It's on the county.
Like a walk in the county.
You can walk in or go online, even easier. Yeah.
Really?
Not all counties are nice enough to do this, though. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But Collier County did it. You're going to get, most of the counties in Florida have it. Some counties in Georgia will have it.
Yeah.
I mean, other states, you can do this in all 50 states, by the way.
So you can do this statewide?
You can do this.
No license,
I started doing this in Europe. Yes.
In Europe?
Yes.
Hold on, you was in Europe when you started doing it?
All you need is a phone. Exactly. All you need is a phone. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you got a calling card?
No, your phone still works out there. Yeah, you get Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi calling. Yeah, I have my same phone.
You know WhatsApp?
No, not WhatsApp. I did. Of course, you got WhatsApp overseas. Yeah, but no, my phone still worked. I kept my SIM card in there. So once I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi, I can call anybody, and it's still my American phone number. Yeah. So I'm grinding, banging out calls, closing deals, making money, making way more money in this than hoping. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you ever get involved with like the foreclosure auctions?
No, but that's what I'm getting into now.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing these properties, people are getting them at the tax deed auctions for pennies on the dollar, and then turn around and flipping it and making great returns. So now I'm like, there's so many ways to make money in real estate. You have people who can, help people before it goes to foreclosure, maybe wholesalers. Then you get people at the actual auction buying the pennies on the dollar. And then now, the niche that I do that most people don't know about, you can help people after foreclosures. You help them claim the funds for the surplus. And this is public information. It's free.
Why do you think a lot of homeowners don't know about this, though?
How are they going to know if they never get the information?
So this is not something that spoke to like when the homeowner is purchasing their home?
No. No. This is a state statute that's in there. Mm-hmm. When you're signing to purchase a home, they're not going to tell you, oh, hey, by the way, if you don't pay your taxes, your property might get foreclosed. And then if it sells for a higher amount, you're entitled funds. So this is what you need to do. Nobody's doing that at all. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the county, they'll send a notice. They're gonna say that they did their job. They're gonna send a notice.
Yeah.
But if you don't check your mail, or if that mail isn't being forwarded to your new address, or you never updated the county, how are you going to be notified? So that's where we step in.
Okay.
And we explain to them that we work directly with the county. We can assist you on, getting these funds. We don't charge any upfront fees. I use attorneys on my deals, build, the transparency, because you have to be professional, knowledgeable, and an expert to work this. You can't just be, you can be an average Joe Blow to learn the business, but you have to go through proper training to actually convert somebody, because we're not really selling a product, but you have to be good psychologically to convince somebody that this is real, because it sounds crazy.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So you calling a homeowner, and you trying to let them know, like, yo, I got something for you, so you got to be good in sales or something like that?
I'll give you my whole rundown on the introductory.
Okay.
I tell them, I say, hello, this is Eric with Prestige Family Assets Group. How are you doing today? They're, who knows what they're doing.
Great.
I say, look, I don't want to take too much of your time. Were you the previous owner at whatever the address is? Yeah, I used to own that property. Okay, so you're aware of the foreclosure? Yeah. Well, are you aware of what happens afterwards? I want to ask them engaging questions, so I'm not just going to spit out, hey, you're owed $100,000.
Yeah.
I need
it to build rapport.
I need it to make sense.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you exactly what happens after foreclosure. So I see here you owed $6,000 in taxes. That property actually sold for $20,000. Are you aware that you're entitled to those additional funds? What? No. Okay. Yeah. So I'd love to send you over some information. What's the best email address? I'll send you over. So then I send them over the proof. You got to let your proof do the talk. I'm sending them over state statutes, documents directly from the county, my website with my face, so you know that this is not a scam. This is a legitimate company. You can see my testimonials.
But do you need a website though?
You don't need it. It's recommended to have it. You know, even if you don't have clients that you've already assisted, you want to have a website at least with your face. That's the whole thing. Because if somebody's running a scam, they're not going to have their face and their whole governmental. It's more of like building transparency.
Okay.
That route, yeah.
Okay.
So that's really the formula for success in surplus funds. You contact them. You have to make it make sense. Then you send them proof, and then now it just comes down to your closing ability. Whatever percentage you want to negotiate. We talked about this earlier. My student, they closed a $250,000 deal. They got 33%, made over $80,000 on the deal.
Wow.
Yeah. So and to close at 33% on that deal, that takes like some closing skills. You know, that's crucial right there.
How do you come to the actual percentage though?
Well, I mean, typically for legal claims, think about it. Most attorneys are charging 1/3 anyway, regardless. Yeah. So the times where I'll go down on my percentage is if they have other companies contacting them.
Yeah.
So then I'll say, you know what, I really want to help you out. I can drop that percentage.
Okay. So these documents that you said we got to get, right? What are they actually called?
Okay, so there's going to be a few ways that you can send proof. The first one is going to be the notice of surplus funds letter. This is going to be a document. And now this document, if you go on any type of foreclosures are a civil case. So they have what's referred to as a docket. Okay, that docket is going to pull up the case number and it's going to say all the series of events and have any documents that's attached to that actual case because it's a civil case.
Yeah.
So you're going to see all the documents. Some of those documents will have either a notice of surplus funds letter or a certificate of disbursements letter. Now, this document is going to say what happened. All right, you had a final judgment. You didn't pay this much in your mortgage. The property sold to a third-party bidder for this much, and now there's an excess or there's a surplus amount retained by the clerk.
Yeah.
All right, so that you can send that document, or sometimes we'll just send the auction results because counties have auction calendars for foreclosures. Investors are buying it. And there you can see, okay, what the opening bid was, what the final sell amount was. You can use that as proof. And I always say attach the state statute so they can see that this is legal. Yeah. This is from the state. Everything is official.
Okay. You need a notary involved in this process?
Absolutely. You definitely need it. I'm a notary too. My whole staff is notary official. Yeah. So, you know,
make that like mandatory to sign up with you?
No. Well, I have my own staff that we operate that business, and I teach people how to do it as well. So like my team, I have callers, I have document filers, I have a team of notaries, you know, because I travel a lot. So I don't have time to sit up there and, you know, notarize certain documents. So I have, you know, my staff do it and stuff like that.
Okay. So how often does the first call turn into a yes?
Well, I mean, for starters, it's definitely a numbers game. So I don't want people just thinking like, okay, you can see, because I know there's going to be a lot of people that search on Google. They're going to see it and it's going to be awesome. You're going to get hype. Yeah. But skip tracing, I'm not sure if you ever did wholesaling or anything like that. You know, when you skip trace somebody, you get some phone numbers, but they're not always accurate. So it's a numbers game. You might call like 100 leads a day and you might get like, you know, 6 people on the phone. But I always say in this business, you only need 2 to 3 hours per day. You just need like an hour of research, get all your leads together, and then like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours making calls. And the good thing is, man, like in my training, I'll record my call sessions. Like I'm not only the real deal showing you checks, proof, showing clients. I'm going to record myself actually doing this business so you can hear how I'm talking to clients, see how I'm texting clients, communicating, giving you all the documents you need, everything you need to be successful and learn from somebody that's not only done it, but still doing it.
Yeah.
So like the other day, I did a quick call session, an hour long. We worked in Marion County in Indiana. We worked on mortgage foreclosures. I had about 15 contacts. Each contact had about like 3 to 4 numbers. Out of the 15 contacts, I got a hold of 4 people. And I got 3 people out of the 4 that were ready to move forward. Now the remaining people, lines were invalid or something like that, but that's a part of the game. But when you get somebody on the phone, I'm getting that email. I'm closing. I'm talking. I'm definitely talking.
How often do you got to follow up?
Oh, follow up is the name of business. You definitely have to follow up. You send them that proof. Now we're talking, okay, what questions, concerns do we need to schedule a call with my attorney? I love using that. We bring my attorney on the call. We have a free consultation with him. Yeah. Now it makes so much sense. And the money's there. We call and we verify the county or we'll send an email and we verify that those funds are available, because sometimes creditors and lien holders will swallow up some of the surplus, but we verify everything, and we'll even do a 3-way call with the county and the client.
Yeah.
Because we want them to know that this is legitimate.
Yeah.
Fill out the paperwork, submit it. Now you do have to wait. That's one thing you do.
How long is that process?
So each county is going to be different. Like Florida, for example, if a property sells in Florida, all right, the day after they send the notice that the property is sold, you have 120 days in which you can get a claim in if you're a lien holder, and the county won't even review it. So you're looking at like 4 months where the county, you can submit a claim, but they're not even going to review it. So you're going to have to wait. Now that's mindful. That's the day after the notice went out that your property was foreclosed. So let's say you see a foreclosure that took place last year. Of course, that's past the 120-day mark. You can submit your claim form. If everything's clear cut, you can get paid. The fastest I've been paid is 2 weeks. The longest I've been paid is a year, because sometimes you deal with like airships, like because somebody passed away and you're helping the family members, it can get a little difficult.
Okay.
Yep. Or sometimes you deal with like a divorced couple and it has to go to interpleader. We need some litigation, stuff like that.
So if somebody say they don't want it, who would go to?
Well, if nobody ever claims the funds, then it gets turned over to the state. And state funds, honestly, I help people in that too. Unclaimed state funds, we can talk about this for hours, man. If you Google how much unclaimed property is in America, there's over 49 billion. I want everybody to look that up. There's over 49 billion with a B in the entire nation. Now, this is different. This is money that people just never claimed, so they had to submit it to the state treasury. So if you have like a savings account, or you have any type of death benefit payouts that nobody claimed, any annuities, any stocks, bonds, any checks from the bank, they're going to report that to the state because they can't keep that money.
Yeah.
I always say, look up your friends and family members. Honestly, everybody in this room, I want you guys to look up and see anybody watching. You might find some family members or even yourself entitled funds directly on the state's website. You can claim that money.
Yo, that's crazy, man. We definitely got to get to that.
It's asset. I talk about surplus funds a lot, but I do asset recovery where we help people in all facades. There's money left over after bankruptcies. There's money left over after foreclosures. There's money held at the state treasury. There's a lot of money.
There's different types of surplus funds.
Exactly. There's money, but it's still the same process. Find the person, fill out the paperwork. Charge a commission. We don't charge anything up front. We get paid on the back end.
And you said the county is giving you that list of the people. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The county gives you the list. Yep. The counties that are up to date with technology. Now, you got some country counties that their website is not good, but you can still, you can email the county and request a list. Freedom of Information Act, FOIA. You can get that information. I have that template. In my course, I give the email template. You communicate with the county. Okay. Sometimes they might charge you to print it, $5 a page or something like that. Yeah. Majority of the time, this is all out there.
Man, this is so dope. Where do you typically see higher surplus funds at? Tax auctions or foreclosures?
Well, mortgage foreclosures for sure. But don't be surprised. There's some tax. Like right now, I'm working on one in Dade County for $2 million. That's a tax deed foreclosure. So, I mean, they both have their, it's pretty much the same process, but I would look at more of like which counties offer the highest ones, like Dade County, Palm Beach County.
Yeah.
If you're working in like Georgia, you're going to work in the ones where Atlanta is. If you're working in like California, you got Los Angeles County, San Diego, huge surpluses. Like I'm talking about $1 million surpluses. People out there in California, they're not paying all those high taxes on their property all the time. People are defaulting. That's why I say this business is so unheard of, but it's been around forever and it's still going to be around. They're actually going through with a class act lawsuit against there's only 2 states that don't allow tax overages. Michigan was one of them, and they had a class act lawsuit against them.
Yeah.
Now they're allowing it because they were like, this is robbery. One person got evicted from the house. They couldn't claim the surplus funds. The county just took over it. Yeah. So they went through a whole legal battle. And then now it's taken to Supreme Court. Once that get approved, now it's literally all 50. Right now, you can work all 50. There might be a state that, you can't do tax overages, but you can do mortgage foreclosures.
What about Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico, they do have it. And when I purchased my home out there.
I see you live over there.
Yeah, exactly.
What made you move over there?
Man, I love Puerto Rico. It's beautiful. Everything is good. I'm out there in San Juan, but basically the tax incentives, man, 4% corporate tax rate. I mean, you can't beat that. And you keep your U.S. passport. I was going to go to Dubai, but I had to give up my U.S. citizenship, and I need that passport. I got to keep that.
Nah, facts. Okay, because when I was looking, I was like, yo, this man live in Puerto Rico?
Yes. Yeah, if I want to I flew in this morning. I want to come in America. I'd come real quick.
Okay.
It's quick.
Nah, that's what's up, brother.
Yeah.
Yo, so can a homeowner just show up to the courthouse and say, yo, I want my return?
Oh, they can say that, and they'll give them the claim form and say, hey, fill it out, if they have a claim form. Now, there's some counties that will say, you'll need to use an attorney. We can't give you legal advice. So those are a little bit easier, because that's the number one question. People are like, okay, well, when you inform them, are they just going to do this themselves? Yeah. Now, I do teach all of my students in my course how to handle rebuttals. When somebody tells me that, first thing I'm going to do is present the difficulty. Yes, you could do it yourself, but there are some factors that could show up that you might end up needing an expert anyway. So you might as well use this. We don't charge any upfront fees. I'll give you a few examples. You file your paperwork, there's some documents missing. You might need some official documents, like a deed document, to show proof that you own that property. Or the county might say, you know what, there's multiple owners on this property. We don't know who to determine who should actually receive this. This has to go to interpleader. So now an attorney interpleader is when, like, the finance department at the county can't determine, like, okay, this person's entitled to funds. We can't really just cut this check. We need it to go to interpleader, where their actual attorney at the county is going to review it and go through a whole process and make a legal decision that, okay, this is authorized, they can receive it. Okay. Typically, if you're dealing with that, you're going to want an attorney to assist you with that. And our attorneys that file our claims, they work on contingency as well. We don't charge any upfront fees. Might as well use us,
So you have an attorney on your team?
I have attorneys in all states, yeah. Yeah, I'm attorneyed up, man. Multiple attorneys too, yeah.
How much they cut looking like?
Yeah, so, I mean, it all depends. I got an attorney in Indiana. He'll do everything $1,000 contingent. In Florida, he's charging $2,500. So it all depends. Texas, we got somebody for $4,000. It depends, Some states also will limit how much the attorney can make. So it all depends, honestly.
Okay. How much you being taxed on those funds, though?
Whatever you actually receive. Okay, so if there's like a $90,000 surplus, even if it goes to your company, if your company doesn't receive all that $90,000, when you do your taxes, you'll file, okay, this payout was to the claimant. I took my percentage right here. You're gonna get taxed on whatever you actually receive.
Okay. Yeah. So can a surplus be taken by fraud?
So a surplus, it's hard because the counties is gonna need proof of identification. They need documents notarized. You technically could. You can do anything nowadays. Yeah, somebody could. Okay. But it is very hard.
Okay. Yeah, because fraud is up, man. Like, yeah, bro, they got me in Wells Fargo. They called me from the bank number.
Wow. No, that happened to me one time too. Yeah. Yes, they got me with oh my gosh. They called me from, the bank. I'm like, how did it showed up on my phone because I have my bank saved. Yeah.
Yes. And I'm like, I mean, pick up, and then they sending me the text message. Did you da-da-da-da-da?
Yes, and they were like, I'm on the phone. They're like, oh, just reply this, reply that.
As soon as you reply.
Yep. I think they added my account to their like Apple Pay or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Bro, I don't accept nothing in my DM that's a screen.
Links, nothing.
Links. It's crazy.
And that messes up our business, honestly, because there's so many scams. So people think that they're like, yeah, right, you're telling me I'm owed money. That's why I'm like, this business requires a lot of psychology. You got to have the right information in the right order at the right time. You can't just blur out, hey, you're owed $100,000. I can help you. People are going to be like,
man, get out of here.
Exactly.
Okay. So what sets your business apart from other companies?
From the actual asset recovery or the teaching space?
No, the actual asset recovery.
Yeah, well, it was funny. I was on the plane. I had Wi-Fi. I was texting a client.
That was a flex real quick if y'all didn't hear that.
Yeah, you got to get the Wi-Fi. Yeah, got business. I'm up there for a few hours. I need to.
Okay.
So, I messaged. I said, hey, look, I understand that you've probably been contacted by a lot of companies. I want to let you know we offer the best rate, lowest match guarantee. She was like, oh, really? What's your percentage? Told her a percentage. She was like, I don't know. sent over my company's website. I said, look, I understand that now is a tough time. You've gone through a foreclosure and this might be too much for you to handle, but I want to let you know our company, we're with you step by step. We're going to give you updates and it's the lowest price. So why not work with a company that has expertise and we can help you out? Then after that, she gave me the email, sent over proof. We got another call set up tomorrow. Hopefully I can close it. Most likely I will. Okay. But, you know, I actually build a relationship with my clients because I had somebody that was in a homeless shelter. They got foreclosed. They lost their property. They're in a shelter. And I have all these Airbnbs. I said, come stay in the Airbnb.
What?
Yeah, come stay in this Airbnb, sign this document.
That is so dope.
Yeah, I mean, having assets is going to help you in ways you never thought.
So you let them stay in your Airbnb until the process was finished?
Yes, but I upped the percentage for that. Yeah, because I needed to make sense. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. No,
Facts.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, helped them out, everything. I even got with the...
How much that check was, though?
Oh, man, it was good. It was like $80,000. It was, yeah.
$80,000?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the largest I ever closed was $150. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, I had the student that beat me with that $250,000 one was crazy.
You could have been interrupting their karma though.
Yeah.
Saying they like they could have been like, yo, Dad, I got the 80 bands.
Yeah.
I'm back at it again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So how you staying up to date with all the changes in the industry though?
Well, I mean, I'm just always on it. Like I have a team of researchers. We're constantly looking at, okay, if states are changing any type of legislator, any statutes, anything like that, we're gonna be up to date. Okay. Even if a claim form, as little as a claim form to be changed, we're on it. So there's not much that changes in this industry. It's pretty much clear cut, property sales, money left over.
Is it seasonal or anything like that?
Not even seasonal. No, foreclosures are happening. I mean, you can go to the auction calendar. You can go look at Dade County. You're gonna see there's all kind of mortgage foreclosures occur more frequently than tax deed, because people majority of the time pay their taxes. You know, usually if you have like a mortgage or something, your taxes is coming out of your escrow account automatically. So it's kind of rare if you don't pay your taxes, but it happens a lot. Okay.
So what advice can you give somebody that's looking to start out in this?
Well, first you have to get educated. Whether you're going to get educated through me or you're going to do your research on Google and stuff like that, get educated and be prepared because this business can change your life. I mean, you can look at my student results. Yeah. Not only are you going to change your financial situation, you're going to help other people that truly need this money. So just be as prepared and as knowledgeable as possible and ready to take action, because if you get a game plan and you attack at full speed, you're not going to lose. Okay.
So you got the course, right?
Yeah.
So give us more info on that.
Okay, so the course, for starters, I'm not even biased to this. Like, this is legitimately the best training when it comes to this business, just because of all the information that I'm pouring into it. It has over 60 chapters. All right, you're getting videos and PDF templates for you to autofill your documents, making it easy on you. So if you have a client ready to go, you're just putting in your company information, name, and their information. All right. You're getting video trainings. You're getting important links. You're getting CRM, auto dialers. You're getting all the tools that you need to be successful. And then most importantly is you get the community aspect. So there's some people who will just push a course, like will just give you like training, education. Yeah. But then you're on your own.
So they get to talk to you.
Yeah, we're in. Yeah, you get a part of the Facebook group. You get in the community. Community. We get 2 calls per week with me and my attorney. I bring my attorneys on the calls. We'll do workshops. So I'll show you. We'll go navigate on the county's website. This is where you can find the list. This is where you can find the claim forms. If you want to contact them, go here. We'll have my attorney do a workshop. Hey guys, if you want to learn this, that, boom. So you're getting a lot of value. You get 2 calls per week, you know? So you get the education, the training. If you're ever stuck, you got the 2 calls a week. You got mentorship. You can even partner with me on deals. So if you want to get in something's difficult, my company, we can step in, take care of it.
Okay. So how much is looking? How much you hitting over the head for this?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's not even hitting over the head because the other people in the industry are charging thousands. My course is $457. All right. The reason why I didn't want to make it thousands is because I was in that situation. I remember when I was hooping overseas, I didn't have a lot of money. Me and my friend teamed up to get an Airbnb course that was $1,000. And I didn't really have the money back then. So I knew how it felt to not, have that money. So I wanted to make it affordable. Of course, I got to charge a certain rate because all of the valuable information, if you get a deal, your life can change. So it's Yeah, I'm still the lowest costing course out there for sure.
Okay. No, that was good that you and your homie teamed up on that.
Oh yeah,
you don't really see that a lot.
Exactly.
So how can a person maximize on their potential?
Maximize on their potential is honestly,
and not give up on the course.
Man, I mean, if you're in that community, you're going to see all the other students posting their wins, posting success. So that right there is motivation. You're going to see like, okay, this works. I just need to lock in. So you just ask yourself, and I offer this on every call that I do. I always say, look, if you guys haven't gotten a deal yet and you feel like you're doing everything, we're going to set up an audit with me where I'm going to go through your whole system and see what's actually going wrong. And that's free of charge, because if you're doing everything, you should have results. And usually the time we do the audits and I'm like, all right, look how many people you're contacting. You're not doing pre-foreclosure strategy. You're not doing other methods of contact besides cold calling.
Are they creating their own system, or are you giving them a system?
I have a system for them. I have the whole blueprint. They can copy my same system,
okay,
or they can tailor and make their own, because
tweak it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. There's a free way to do everything, and there's a paid way.
No fact.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
If you want to just do this for free, you can get a paper and pen and write down everybody that I got foreclosed, see the surplus, go do some research, skip trace, get the phone number. You got your pen and paper for free. You're gonna manually dial. You can do that, of course, but if you want to be professional and have systems.
No, facts.
Yeah.
Because I tell everybody, man, sometimes you got to pay. Not everything for free is always
It's investing. If you do this correctly, think about this. You go through, you get a surplus funds deal. Guess what? You just got business income. What are you going to need to pay at the end of the day? Taxes.
Exactly.
What can you deduct from that? Business expenses. So you're going to need this regardless.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people don't want to invest in themselves. Me personally, I only spend on write-offs. Like that's the only time. I'm not a materialistic guy at all.
Okay.
And since I make content, all the traveling that I do is a write-off. The hotels, the flights. I make sure my meals is business. Oh yeah.
Man, giving plays.
Yep.
Hold on, your social media content is a write-off?
I get paid from YouTube. So if I go somewhere and I make a YouTube video, that's business income. I'm able to deduct business expenses. What did it cost for me to make this video?
Hold on, so you getting paid from this?
Yes, that whole trip over here, yeah. We're the flight over here, the hotel, all of that. Deductions. You want to go get dinner? That's a business expense too. Yeah.
On you?
Yes.
Oh, yo, we going to dinner real quick.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to talk to you about that. That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
So what would make a person drop out the course though?
I mean, the course is there, lifetime access, maybe some.
Really? You give lifetime access?
Of course, yeah. Lifetime access.
Because you know a lot of courses out here, you only got like a couple of months.
Man, you got lifetime access. Now the thing is like, you know, people always say like, who's your ideal customer?
Yeah.
I have people that are retired individuals, like older guys, like in their 60s. I have stay-at-home moms. I have young entrepreneurs. I have all different type of walks of life. You know, you might get into this business and maybe something might happen. You can't really commit to making calls like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to hop back in later. It happens, you know.
Okay. And all so lifetime access is there.
Yeah. And then if the course is constantly being updated, so once it updates, you get an automatic update. You know, anything changed in the industry, you're staying up to speed.
Wow, that's dope, bro.
Yeah, I'm huge on presenting a lot of value, man. When I first started, like a lot of people were like, man, you can charge so much. And I'm like, I'm looking to build my community and overproduce. I'm going to overproduce on value so that people can trust me more. And then now, if you have somebody's trust, that's more important, because you saw there's other people who teach my business.
Yeah.
But I came in and I dominated immediately because I'm transparent. The way that I can communicate, the way that I can teach, the way that my students have results. They want to work with somebody who's real. They don't want to just work with somebody who's just, okay, get the course and then
sell them a dream and then you never hear from them again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yo, explain the MEA method.
Okay, yeah, that's money earning activities. Okay, so this is what I'm constantly in. Forward movement. Like the only time that I'm really in a downtime is if I'm watching basketball on TV.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because even if I'm going to the games, that's going to be a YouTube video and it's a money earning activity. But MEA is just always forward progression. You're working on either future earnings, current earnings, or maybe you might be tweaking something for your tax deductions write-off. You're just constantly working on something that's going to produce some sort of value. Yeah, so that chapter in my book on MEAs, it really tells you to, you know, basically starve your distractions and focus on things that are going to produce results, because especially for the younger individuals, like now you're in your prime to make money. Like think about it. When you get older, like 70, 80, you're not trying to work and do all this. So why not run it up as much as you can now, starve your distractions, and you're going to have the benefits. People think about it when it's too late. They're getting their 40s, 50s, facts. But right now, man, I can work. I told you I was working 16 hours. I was sick. I can do that. I can't do that when I'm 50. I can't work no 16 hours and be sick. Yeah. So right now I got to go full speed. Yeah.
Well, how did you get that mindset though at such a young age? Because you're not 30 yet, right? You're not in your 30s.
No. I'm 27.
That's man.
To be honest.
Like you were way ahead of time.
Yeah, to be honest, man, I've always been like this, even when I was a kid. So when I was like 5 or 6, and I used to always play with toys, and I'm a drawer. I always like to draw.
Okay.
I drew my own toy design. I drew my own truck.
Okay.
And I presented it to Mattel back then. Mattel, Hasbro, those are like big toy companies.
Yeah.
I told my mom what I had, emailed them. I emailed them the toy template that I wanted for the toy truck. So I've always been creative, but that's just God's gift, man. I'm huge on faith, things like that. I just stay focused, man. And I'm always praying throughout the day, even at night. I thank God for everything that I have. Everything that I have is through him and because of him. So I constantly tell him, give me the visions, give me the work ethic, give me everything that I need, because he's going to give it to me. All I have to do is do it. It's like, you can't lose.
No, facts.
Yeah.
So how do a person escape the matrix?
Yeah. Well, to escape the matrix, you have to get the knowledge on it. So you have to understand what's going on. Okay. Really open your eyes and realize that a lot of stuff is set up for your failure, and it's not necessarily failure, but it's to keep you where you're at. There's a lot of different ways you can make money, be successful, but why is there a small percentage of successful people and a mass of people who are average? All right. We look in America and we look at what do the top 1% earn. It's like over 540,000. Okay. Which really, I mean, it's a lot. Of course, I'm not going to sit up here and say it's not a lot, but it's really not a lot. But why is that 1%? We got millions of people in America. It's because a lot of people are set up. They want you to go to work. They want you to come home. You're tired. Go watch TV. Wake up. Do it all again. Do this for 30-something years. You get a little retirement check or whatever, and then your life is over with.
No, facts. Do you think a person needs college in order to be successful now in this day and age?
No, and I mean, I went to college because of basketball. Got my degree in exercise science and business and finance.
Exercise science.
Yeah, like kinesiology, biomechanics.
Okay.
If I wanted to be a nutritionist, I could be a nutionist or be an athletic trainer. But there's no money.
Because you look like you ripping the runway.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish. I'd love to get into that. But yeah, man. College is good for like if you're playing a sport or you have like something you actually need your degree, like maybe you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. But like my brother, he's going to be a junior in high school and he's on the rowing team. If he gets a scholarship, cool. But if not,
he's on what?
Rowing. He does, the rowing.
Okay. All right. I thought you said he's on the wrong team.
Oh yeah.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, he's wrong. Yeah. So if he gets a scholarship, of course, but if not, I want him to start getting to it, making money immediately. Yeah.
Okay. So what's next for you outside of this business?
Man, outside of this business, I mean, to be honest, I do a lot. I got the properties on Airbnb.
I see that.
Yeah, I do the real estate business, educational with that. The next steps, man, I'm just really focused on like building my portfolio in terms of assets, investments, things like that. I have like a couple of tech companies out there. We do research and development.
You mentioned something about that.
Yeah, so I'm just really trying to grow everything that I have. It's already going good. I'm just really trying to grow it even more. I saw an interview with Mark Cuban, and they're like, man, like you've generated like multiple multi-million-dollar companies.
Yeah.
What's the key to success? And he was like, first, you have to understand like what you're really good at. Most people who do that, they're creative. So do what you do best, being creative, which I'm very similar with, being creative. And he says, secondly, get a team that's as passionate about your idea as you are. And then thirdly, get them the resources so that they can succeed. When I first started doing everything, I was so creative, great hard work, but I was doing everything myself. So now I'm getting the teams together because I've generated multiple 6-figure businesses, not multi-million. So now I'm like, okay, if I can generate multiple 6-figure businesses by myself.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if I get a team that's as motivated and as passionate about my product and I get them the resources to be successful and let them do what they're good at, we can amp this thing up. So right now I'm just, amping everything up.
Yeah. So how hard are you working to find someone to replace you?
Well, I mean, that's definitely hard. I feel like I can't necessarily replace myself,
Okay.
but I can stop having my hands on everything and be more of like overlooking and creative. Yeah.
Okay.
I got some other stuff that I'm working on that I can't really share on the mic because if that idea gets out, then they're gonna, I can't have somebody beat me to the finish line.
Nah, facts.
Yeah, but just know that there's gonna be a huge fragrance, type of thing that's going to come out soon. Yeah, that's going to take over the industry. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So what got you into the tech space though?
Man, my best friend from high school, David, yeah, he's always been in tech. Like he worked for the University of Chicago. He worked with like Jeep, Mercedes-Benz. He did a lot of their like website creating, handling all that stuff. Okay. So he was always my go-to man. If I had an idea, I know I can come to him. He can get my website up. He can get the apps developed. He can do the coding. He can do all that. So we have a lot of products.
You have an app for the surplus funding?
The app is coming out soon. Okay. Yes, the app is coming out soon. Probably like next month. I'll send you the link. No app for that. But our other stuff, we do like, when COVID happened, I saw, the QR codes to scan for the menu. We came out with our own business with that. Okay. We got a business where we help people with like investors. So you can see the auctions that are taking place. You can view the properties, you can get the details, you can get your exit strategy, all of that. So it's more of like systems in the foreclosure investment as well. So I'm big on like technologies that can help the business.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I heard you say exit strategy.
Yeah.
So what does your exit look like?
Man, so like all the properties that I have, of course, I'm not going to have it on Airbnb forever. Okay. So once my equity gets to a certain point, I've made enough cash flow, I can pull out. And the reason why I love to own,
so you own your Airbnbs. Yeah. You're not going to rentals.
No, I started that route, but it didn't make sense. Like I said,
really,
when that financial advising job, man, that the commissions that I was making for that, I'm selling annuities, life insurance, things like that. I'm getting good commissions. Like we're doing, like my first year in the business, I did 3.5 million in sales. The second year, I did 5.6. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, you're the first person I've met that actually owned the Airbnb and doesn't go to rental.
I started with that, but then I had and when you own it, it's actually, there's more benefits than, of course, you don't have nobody telling you what to do.
Yeah.
One of them is a cost segregation analysis. People don't know about this.
Cost segregation analysis.
Yes.
Break that down.
All right. So when you own a real estate property, all right, if you have a rental property, okay, you're able to have some deductions for that. Okay. All right. But if it's a long-term rental, that's considered passive income. You're not really doing much. You might have to fix a toilet every now and then. That's not really passive. That's not really active real estate. Okay. When you're doing Airbnb, that is a short-term rental. So that's active. All right. We constantly have to check in on guests. We constantly have to clean. We have to get furniture. We have to update this, that, and the third. So by doing that, that is considered a real estate professional, and you're able to get what's known as the cost segregation analysis, where you can speed up your depreciation. So typically when you own a house, they'll like break it up with 27 years. Yeah. You can speed that up. So like last year on my taxes, since I did the cost segregation on all my properties, I would have owed a lot of money. Like I was in the 37% bracket. I would have owed a lot of money. But since we did those cost segregations on all of my properties, man, we dropped that down. Because you're able to deduct that. Yeah. And the only way you're able to do that is if you're doing the short-term rentals and you own the property. You have to own the property. So now, because you speed up the depreciation.
Yo, this man's spitting bars. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, I got to tap in with you with that, man.
For sure. Yeah. And then, of course, everything else is standard business deductions, running Airbnb, paying your cleaners, cutting the grass, Wi-Fi, little stuff like that. And then also, here's another gem. So some of the properties that I own, I'm paying my principal, but majority of them are interest only in the first 3 years. And people might be like, well, why would you do that? You're not really paying the property down. This is a cash flowing asset that I know the equity is going to build, because interest payments are tax deductible. So my interest payment, all right, let's say, I'll give you an example, my duplex, all right, My duplex, I got it at 550. All of my properties too, I renovate too, so the equity goes up.
Okay.
550. Right now, it's already evaluated at a little over 800,000. So I already have a lot of equity in that.
Yeah.
My payment on that, interest only, is $3,000 per month.
What?
Come on, dog.
Yeah, that's two units, 3-bedroom, 2-bath on each side. Both units on Airbnb rented are making $15,000 a month. So I have $15,000 in income. I have the $3,000 in the mortgage payment that's completely tax deductible. I have payments for the cleaners, Wi-Fi, all that. It's cash flowing very good. Now my exit strategy, in 3 years, I want to sell it. I just got all of that equity, the difference between the 550 to the 800. Hopefully it's like around like 850 or still the same.
Yeah.
You know, you get that, that's like 300,000. Then you've been cash flowing the whole time and you've been writing off the mortgage payment. So it's a no-brainer. People don't even know about that. Yeah.
You got a course for that?
No, that's just knowledge. You're going to have a conversation with me. Yeah.
Yo, we definitely going to have a conversation with him, man, about that.
Yeah.
Yo, let everybody know where they can get your course from and where they can find you at, man. This was so dope.
Yeah, man. So on YouTube, I'm known as the Money Making Juggernaut. You can check me out there. The course, the link is going to be in pretty much all the videos.
Okay.
You can check that out. I have an Instagram, the Money Making Juggernaut as well. My personal Instagram is erizzy. ERIZZYY. And then my book, man, I really truly believe, man, this book will change a lot of people's lives. It's a quick read, you know.
Okay.
We don't have time nowadays to just be reading, 100 pages.
Yeah.
The Power of Doing More. Just Google it. It'll show up. It's a green book. You'll see it's by Eric J. Richardson. It's a great read, and it will give you all of the methods that I have right now that might sound like, wow, he knows a lot. Like, it's in that book. It's in the book. Yeah.
Now, we're going to drop the link below in the bio.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, brother, I'm so glad you came on. And
I appreciate it. It's been great. Yeah,
man, we might have to get a part 2 with all the
real
real estate plays you was talking about.
There's a lot more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially with the tax deed, tax lien investing.
Yeah,
man, we can go on for hours about that.
Oh, facts, brother. Yeah. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Williams. I Talk Gray, and we out of here. Yeah.